Hey, everybody. In addition to accessing our alternate Sunday episodes as well as the Thursday sessions as soon as they are released by subbing to our Black Kluge tier on Patreon, we're also pleased to announce that individual episodes will be available for purchase going forward at a cost of $3 per episode.
But I do follow a Hunter Schafer, so maybe that's why the algorithm
Well,
put him
that
into
was how
Ladyboy.
it started. Yeah, that's how it started. And they said, well, let's see where we can take this with him. So they start
This guy
pushing
likes
the edges
Ladyboy.
of the envelope.
Yeah, they're pushing me into a lifestyle. I don't know.
Yeah, you're being groomed, Howard.
I'm being groomed. I like Ladyboy. Don't worry. Oh yeah. And you can see the guy's like, well, how would we have a baby? Oh, don't worry. We make baby in my butt. It's okay. Do you watch Euphoria on Sunday nights?
No.
On HBO? I love that show. I don't know why. I just do. It's a bunch of kids fucking up and doing drugs and shit. And
Yeah, I'm not into that.
I'm a big Zendaya fan, and I'm a big Hunter Schafer fan.
Okay.
Every
But
time I
don't
see
like
Hunter
to see
Schafer,
people running around being miserable.
I like that. I relate to it. And I like watching kids. I like Zendaya. And I like Hunter Schafer.
But, she's miserable.
Hunter Schafer used to be, was born a boy, and now he's a woman. And I like him. What can I tell you? I like her. She's very intriguing to me. I mean, I'm like, every time I watch her, I say to my wife, I can't believe she used to be a he. Just, I watched the show mostly just to look at her. So, I like it. I wish they
odd. That's odd,
I love
you're
that.
not letting
I
her
love
be
it.
her. You keep reminding yourself she used to be a he.
Yeah, I'm odd. I didn't say I wasn't odd. What do you want from me?
Okay.
I'm odd.
I just want to point it out.
I go, she's got a damn good body. You know what I'm saying?
You know who is, when you said who do you think of immediately, she is fucking stunning. I stared at her face because her face, she's perfect. Amy
I know who
Robach.
you're going to say. Hunter Schafer. You know what, man? Beth thinks I'm leaving her for Hunter Schafer. I follow Hunter Schafer
Who
on
is
Instagram.
Hunter Schafer?
Hunter Schafer is trans. And she's on the TV show. And she still has balls and penis, by the way. And the other day, I was talking about Hunter Schafer, and Beth goes, "You're in love with Hunter Schafer." I said, "That's right. I am in love with Hunter Schafer." She goes, "Yeah, well, what are you going to do with Hunter Schafer?" I go, "I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works." But I go, "I don't know. I don't know what's doing down there."
Welcome, ladies and gents, back to QF, a podcast about Howard Stern, and I'm Fillmore, a.k.a. Jim Fix, your host for the evening or afternoon, depending on when you're listening to this motherfucker. And with me from New York Wrestle Media, our man from Turnbuckle Tabloid, Mr. Jay Santi. Welcome, sir. Welcome back. It's always good having you on. How you doing?
Oh, this is the perfect day to be on this show. It's just all the elements are in play, and when I mean the elements, it's a snow day here in New York City. Everyone, it is
How bad?
brutal.
How bad?
Brutal out here. Yeah, it's they're looking at for the New York, for the city area, possibly 12 to 14 inches, and
4 inches is fine.
4 inches is fine. And in the tri-state, they're looking at 14 and 18. So this is gonna be ridiculous, but it's good for me because I'm not gonna be able to make it work. So sorry, guys, you're gonna have to the building have to stand without me.
A trade secret. I don't know if you know about this shit, but in my hometown, it would be salt and dirt on the streets to break up the ice and for the pedestrians, at least the walkways.
Right.
Which means if you got suede shoes or leather shoes, you may as well just kiss them goodbye. Wear your shit ones, or boots for that matter. Even with silicone coating, they're not going to survive most winters. There are things called nitrogen pellets that are more for fertilizer. You can use those instead, which they work just as well as with for the ice around your house if you want to.
Okay.
Just as an idea, I don't know how much it costs, but you get a barrel full of that stuff. It's just a lot cleaner than having to deal with salt.
Okay. That duly noted, because
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot of nitrogen pellets going to be needed to
They look like BB gun pellets, to be honest with you. So you might get some kids swing by and take them as zip gun fodder. At any rate, guys, we've got a clip that Mr. J. Santi found for us, and I've never heard it before, actually, but it makes perfect sense if you're in a hating mode, which you all are for this podcast, when Ross Zapin throws himself a birthday party.
Oh,
But
please.
yeah, but we'll get right into it, and then we'll start talking. We'll riff on it as it happens. But needless to say, there's plenty of guilty parties here, including Howard, even though he's the one telling the story.
Right.
But Steve takes up the seats and then doesn't show.
Yeah, because he's so important that he might have something more important to do.
Right.
Now, you realize that we were at Ross's East Coast birthday party.
Yeah, I know he had a West Coast
He had
party.
a West Coast Thursday party a few nights before with, Linda Lopez and Booker and Richie.
Well, Ross is a big guy in the entertainment industry.
Well, yeah, he has to celebrate on both coasts. You'd feel left out.
So was Baba Booey. Beth and I sat next to Baba Booey and his wife, and Ralph was there, who I knew, and
Ralph was there, who I knew. First of all, let's get the timeline right. I'm gonna guess it's like 2002-ish.
Somewhere around there is before they went to satellite. Yeah.
Okay, because Ross is still over at Geffen when they're still a company, and downloading is happening, but it's not in full swing just yet. The record companies are in sort of free fall as it starts getting more popular.
Right.
Oedipus. Who else was there?
Ross's friend Yogi.
Yeah, and then a slew of Ross's buddies who...
How many people?
15, 16.
16? I'd say about 20.
No, I think it was supposed to be 18 with Kingston, so I think it was
16 people. It was 16 people at the table, and about more than half I didn't even know. And I couldn't really talk to them. They were all the way at another table, like all the way at the end of the table.
Right, that was one of those long tables.
Yeah, it was a round table connected to a square table, and everyone...
That's the worst setup on the planet. A long table's bad enough, but when you get two different size tables together, that's the worst.
That's like it sounds like an exclamation point that they're making.
Semicolon.
Semicolon.
Well, I mean, like, and I've never liked that setup, like for birthday parties and stuff. It's always better, I find, when people are like milling about, if there's like a bunch of tables that with a bunch of stuff set up there for drinks, people can stand in if they want to sit, some stools and stuff like that. When you get a long table, you're kind of stuck with the same three people.
Yeah, it sounds like what it looks like in a boardroom for the Legion of Doom. Like Lex Luthor and everybody's on the round end, and all the minor villains are at the long end of the table. Like, oh, I can't wait to sit at the round table one day.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah, work your way up.
Went to the square table. I didn't even get to talk to,
But everybody an important player in the industry, I found out. Like,
Yes.
The girl next to me was an editor at Vogue. The girl across from me had produced the 10 hours on VH1 of the 80s.
most of the guys there were in the record company business.
Oh, I see.
Did you know the guy at the far end of the table is nominated for a Grammy? That I Am Sam album that we played?
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I know that all of them are business connections to Ross, which plays into this story. I'm leading towards something that Baba Booey knows about. Because we both walked in this morning and looked at each other and said the same thing.
All right.
So, Ross, there's tons of drinking going on. I didn't drink because I was still getting over this cold, and I wasn't going to drink. And lots of alcohol being served. Yeah. And then, Ross laid out, he ordered every great thing on the Nobu menu.
Yes.
In threes.
Everything.
And I actually felt bad because at the end of every course, there was so much food left over, you could have fed Korea.
North Korea, asshole. Korea's got loads of food. What an idiot. So first of all, I want to ask you a question regarding this, because this is like one of the cornerstones of Stern bullshit lore. At any point, whether you're into seafood or not, especially if you're into seafood, did he ever make Nobu sound attractive to you?
No, never.
Didn't it sound like a place where assholes circulate?
Exactly. It sounded like just a high class snooty place where you're probably going to get, the most minuscule fucking plate of seafood if you're ever going to get. It just never it just sounded like some place that people want to just hobnob and do bullshit. It was never blow in the bathroom. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, it never seemed like anything, even for us in New York City, like there were other spots. There were other places people would go. Hell, they would probably go to fucking Red Lobster before they go to fucking Nobu. But yeah, it wasn't until like later through the years, maybe 10 years after this, that people started going, oh, let's go to Nobu and such. And even then, you sounded like a fucking turd if you did say some shit like that.
Yeah, a douchebag convention. Well,
Yeah.
the thing that I had the issue with for the years, like I know that in New York specifically, their clubs might have about an 8-year, maybe 10-year shelf life before they get replaced by something, up and coming, whatever. You can only
Right.
do so much renovating. And I mean, Ralph was never more upset when the Ansonia bats were, long gone. So anyway, that's Plato's retreat for all for all you historians. And but with restaurants, I don't know that it's the same way. Maybe for really shishi places, the overturn is quite even quite drastic. But I figure if you're a good restaurant, you last for decades if need be.
Yeah, you get once you get like a steady, and plus the location is always key and whatever. But once you get a stabilized consumers who come in, patrons who come in,
Clientele,
yeah, the clientele will stay, for years. There's still restaurants out here that's been around for over 20 years that's in here.
Mhm.
But at the same time, with so many people being able to get pop-up restaurants and such, and especially if you could get things quick and on the go. Now with fucking with Grubhub and all these delivery services, and they, certain places they're here today, gone tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Korea itself could have been fed.
And I understand they need that.
Yeah, they do. If you saw 60 Minutes last
Yeah,
night.
they really need it.
Yeah, fun place.
Part of them can have it.
Yeah, they should have a nuclear program. That's what I think they need.
Yeah. So we're there, and, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Goodness. No, Artie says you should have run last night.
Yeah, that's what I should do.
You run through a cold.
There you go. Korea needs a Nobu, is my point.
Yeah.
So anyway,
They couldn't afford it.
no. So anyway, I was over my Colton's. I had to wake up this morning. Oh, don't ask. So anyway, we're there, we're eating, and doing our thing.
What a fucking storyteller.
I've never, yeah, it's right. He could weave a tale.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone, and I know, listen, I get it. It's all performative, it's entertainment, but, I've never heard someone bitch and moan about being sick more than any, ever. There's people who walk around and you'll never know if they're sick unless, you hear them coughing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, he just is such a, and I know Ray used to fucking baby the shit out of him, put the thermometers in his ass and all that shit. So I know it's just, that's what he's yearning for, mommy's attention.
Yeah, and Ben's dick. Well, the thing is, okay, so I remember we were at the old place, and I remember Monique said it one time, and she was right. His exhausting is exhausting. Like when he talks about like this constant stream of this bullshit all the time. And like, I understand if he's one of those guys that is a self-made, like really, really doing a lot of work and doing promo and stuff like that. That's different. Like, I get it. If you got your finger, if you're a Ryan Seacrest, you can say that. That's the way I see it. If you were, his mentor, fucking, what's his name? Who was it? Ryan Seacrest,
Dick Clark.
Merv Griffin.
Oh, Merv Griffin. Yeah.
the older homo.
The older dick.
Yeah. Anybody in charge of their own corporation, real corporation, not like Howard's bullshit production company and all that stuff. I'm talking about people with loads of different fingers in different pies. Those are the people that you can say, man, I'm just wanting to take some R&R, that kind of thing. What fucking R&R does this guy need for anything?
You bring up his production company. Shit, what the hell has that thing ever produced? I mean, and I'm talking about in years. Is it still? It's like a factory that's just sitting there waiting to be demolished. There's nothing going on in it.
It's the Desi Who Studios. I will tell you, like, I don't know which has more mothballs, that studio or his photo equipment or his grilling equipment for that matter.
It's like that garage must be filled with all his past fucking hobbies.
It only just occurred to me that the production company was just another fucking hobby.
Yeah, exactly.
If you think about it.
Exactly what it was. Yeah.
I mean, it must have been someone got in his head. Someone in the business said, "Oh, you got to get a production company." And like maybe Ivan Reitman even said, "What are you doing? Like with the money you're making, you could turn that around and become a producer or whatever. And this is how you get chicks." And it must have been like, oh, that's how I'll do it. And then he did it. Like he tried to, put it together, but that's not how it works.
And with him, it would even at that time the connections that he had, he didn't even have to do it on his own. But he's so fucking, he's such a narcissist that he had to put his name on it. He could have done like a DreamWorks, kind of thing where collaborated with someone else, where all he does is just have his name, in the team, and just doesn't have to do the work. He could have done that.
Well, doesn't Drew Barrymore have her own production company now?
Yeah. I mean, please, all the big wigs have pretty much got their own fucking companies now. Especially if you're doing daytime talk, everybody becomes a corporation and shit.
Yeah.
Production.
Yeah, he missed out.
End of the night comes. The bill's sitting on the table.
It's just sitting there?
Well, the bill comes.
All right.
Now, I'm assuming when I'm invited to a birthday party, and Ross's girlfriend's calling me and inviting me to a birthday party, I'm not paying for the birthday party.
Right.
So all of a sudden, all the guys start throwing their credit cards in. About 5 of us, 5 or 6 people, and I was like, geez, I thought
this was a party.
So Ross goes, no, I don't want any of you guys paying. Now, meanwhile, if you didn't want us paying,
you would have never had that happen.
You arranged for the bill to be paid ahead of time.
This is where I absolutely agree with Howard.
Mm-hmm.
And that my move was always go to the restaurant, whatever, excuse myself, say I got to go to the washroom, whatever, get up, make sure I'm somewhere with the waiter. I've already signaled to them, come on over here, and I pay in advance, and no one knows until we're all finished. And then they go, oh, no, it's already taken care of. That's the move. So I've done it enough to the point where people know ahead of me that they've already beat me to it, and they came ahead of time and they already took care of that. So they've beaten me to my own game. But generally, and that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Happened to me the other day. I went to meet up with a friend who I haven't been with in some time. We were catching up, and after we ate, I went to pull out my card and to pay, and the person, they were like, "No, they already have my card. We're good." I was like, "Oh, okay." It's etiquette. It's not that hard.
Did your buddy call you to go out, or vice versa?
Yeah, it was something that they that it was owed to me. I'm not owed to me, but they said that we it
was their turn.
We haven't linked up in a while, so let's meet up. I owe you a burger or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool.
All right, no worries. Well, there's 1 for 1. I mean,
right.
Not even, you got at least one fucking buyback.
Exactly. You get a chippy. You get the chippy.
Yeah. Well, it's not like when I was in high school, I had one of my best friends wasn't working, and I was had as many hours as I could work, and I took her to lunch probably once a week for years, and she took me out one Christmas in those years, and then when she started working, she was able to take me like 1 for 1. But I was happy to do it when I was working because I enjoyed doing it. I had no problem with that. And also I knew if she had money, if she was working, she would do the same. Yeah. When you know that about people, you don't hesitate to spend the money.
Yeah. And this is obnoxious because and then I think they speak about it later on down the line. If you're going to be inviting people to a birthday, usually people throw you the party. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, they're celebrating your day, so they'll take you out.
Mm-hmm.
For you to just say, I'm throwing a party, everybody come, and then just not fit the bill, what the fuck is that about? What are we doing here?
Well, that's it. For my 40th and for my 50th, my wife put it together, and I gave her the parameters kind of thing, but I was still sort of behind it, and we made sure we took care of everything. But I mean, certain things that if people wanted off, the top shelf, whatever, then they had to go out of pocket for them.
No top shelf liquor.
That's right. Yeah.
Am I correct? You were thinking the same thing, I assume.
Yeah, I thought that it was paid for, but when I went through the credit card, I'm like, all right, I guess so.
Because even Gary said, tell your side of the story.
Well, what happened was, first of all, this is one of the probably the second or third times that I've been married that I used to drive home.
Right.
Because I drank a lot.
Right.
And she was fine with it.
Yeah.
So the bill comes, and I throw my credit card down, and they bring it to me, and I put the tip on, and I pay it and everything. And, and then at one point, cash started coming my way, but somebody said, just stick it in as a tip.
But talk about your wife for her eating.
That thing. My wife doesn't eat sushi.
Oh, God, so she hardly ate anything.
No, so at one point, I said, honey, can you eat anything? She's like, no, it's okay. And since she figured Ross was throwing the party, I said, let me order you something. She goes, no, it would be not polite to order something. Ross has a menu, and he's footing the bill here. I'll wait till something comes out. So I think the 6th or 7th round of food was a California roll. That was like one of the first things she ate.
Right. So
she hardly ate.
Because she didn't eat a thing.
We never saw a menu.
Right, because Ross ordered everything.
He had a set menu.
He invited a bunch of people for his birthday.
Decided to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, and by the way, Ross is a wealthy guy.
Yeah.
You know, if it was a guy who didn't have any money.
I can't believe he did that.
It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, so what they're basically explaining, unless the story is wrong, and I like the whole clip, I get it wrong because I only listened to a section of this before we started. Like, does Ross get his say in? Does he call in a little later?
Yeah, he calls in. But also, once again, just obnoxious. Like, you got to be aware of people's,
financial,
what they eat. If they're vegan, if they're not seafood eaters, do they have a surf kind of thing on something, another alternative on the menu and such. But this is once again the assumption that everybody eats sushi or whatever.
Right.
It's just obnoxious.
And also getting multiple credit cards for the waiters, that's such a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then now you gotta, nobody's throwing cash or everything is on the card. You tipping on the card, and it's just but what's the word? Ponderous. It's just ponderous.
We had one. I wouldn't say friends, but they were acquaintances. But we went out with them a couple times, with a bunch of other people. And what I found out was this bitch. She was getting a discount with her fucking card and taking money from everybody as if the discount didn't exist.
Right.
Then she was profiting off of she was taking the money and getting the discount, but not telling us that she was getting it.
Oh, what an asshole! Oh.
That's right. When I found out about that, the next time we went out, I decided to order a couple high-end whiskeys, and I say, "That's on you." And then she got all like, "What?" Because of the last shit you pulled the last time we were out. You owe me this. And she got pissed off, but the husband laughed because he knew he didn't have the balls to tell her. And that was the last time we went out with them because I called her on it, and I was more than happy to. I was looking forward to it because I said, "You're not going to get over on me again, you my lucky smithy."
A little bit of lobster came on there.
Fuck yeah! Oh, the beluga caviar. I think why not?
So we're sitting there, and then the bill comes, and I'm like, I guess we got to deal with it. So I put my credit card in, a bunch of other guys do. And again, at Nobu, some people's credit cards weren't, some people...
They gave some people back their credit cards?
Oedipus didn't pay.
Well, Oedipus's credit card, he claims fell underneath the dessert.
Yeah,
I don't think he was trying.
No, he wanted to pay.
He wanted to pay, but
Ralph doesn't appear to own a credit card,
right?
Well,
but he does.
It would get rejected, so
whatever. And all the people, now, first of all, for Ross, this is a business expense. He essentially threw a party for all of his business friends.
Did you ever hear the story? Did you guys ever play the story about Ralph getting refused a credit card one time?
No, it's been mentioned a few times, and I've got the audio somewhere. I've got all the audio somewhere, but and someone wanted us to cover it, and I was like, that's going to go on the master list, but we haven't got around to it.
Oh, okay, yes, definitely. I'll look for it as well. And yeah, it is so ridiculous, and it's Ralph, and this is just his whole life was this. It's I don't carry a credit card. Why would I want to do that? I don't need a credit card. I have a debit card. I'm not like you guys. That's his whole life. It's ridiculous. When we go down that road, you'll understand.
Well, I don't sometimes a credit card. I don't like credit cards either. I'll be 100% honest. And I'm the person the credit card companies fucking hate. They probably have my face on a dartboard somewhere at MasterCard and Visa because the minute almost as soon as I paid for something, 24 hours later, I pay it off. I don't there's not even a chance I'm going to get interest on that motherfucker. I do it because I want to get a credit rating. That's good,
And that is exactly the reason why you would have it, because unfortunately this is the world that we live in, and you have to be judged by whatever the fuck you buy.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. He must have had the shittiest credit score ever, because this is just a guy who just went through life leeching off everybody else, and and just looking at the fact of like, oh, I could party, but I don't have to like be a part of it by paying for shit. Like, it's crazy.
The aforementioned clip that you mentioned, was it about his credit cards were he had a shitty rating and he couldn't get a credit card, or he didn't have one and couldn't get one?
This is when Wiggy was still with Allison.
Yeah.
And they wanted to Allison wanted to get for the corporation, get him a company card with his name on it.
Mm-hmm.
And when they went to run his number, they told him they would never issue a credit card. and they were confused. They were wondering, it's like, what the hell did he do? Like, it was like shit. And even the lawyer himself,
Dominic Barber,
El Bloto, he wanted to get involved in it as well to find out what's going on. They were going to pay him to see if what's going on, but Ralph was being Ralph, of course.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is like student loans. If he had that, and it was outstanding and he never paid them, or another credit card that he maxed out and fucked off on and declared bankruptcy or something. When you hear it, it's the silliest story about what it is. But a woman even called. She says, "We have convicted felons that we would give credit cards to." So you want dibs on that episode?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna look it up for you too. Yeah.
Okay, cheers.
Right? I mean, didn't you think the same thing?
He could definitely expense that since he had so many contacts.
Please, it goes on. He invited every person in the record business, and he had a program director from WBCN.
Yeah.
I always think that when it comes, like, I've talked to guys in the business that expense something. Once you're at the table, it doesn't matter how many people are there. It's an expense.
Right.
In other words, because you have the ability to pay.
I don't know. It was really weird. And then, why would, plus I got him a pretty expensive gift and everything. I was just
wow, you paid twice.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, I get the bill, and I realize it's about...
Of course, the narcissist has to explain that he spent money and it was expensive in this. If he doesn't mention the cost of the gift, I'll be shocked. But, again, forewarned is forearmed. Jesus Christ.
Bill, I heard the whole bill was like $2,000.
Uh-huh.
And
what?
Well, the bill was $1,870, but that didn't include, when Ross eats there, Richie knocks money off the bill.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, that sounds light.
Yeah, no, so we added it up. I think there was about $650 that, it says Richie $100 off. You know what I mean?
Right, but whatever. The bill was about $1,800.
Almost $1,900.
I ended up paying $500 or $600 for dinner.
Did you really? You must have left some.
Because I saw the other people weren't even leaving a tip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like maybe $50,
How many credit cards? I mean, how are they splitting this up? Did anybody?
Here's what happened.
I don't know. I'm not going anymore. I'm not going anymore birthday parties. Listen, I know I can afford to pay for dinner. I'm just saying, why would you invite me to a birthday party? That's like, you invite me to a birthday party, I got to pay?
At the very least, you say, we're taking Ross out to dinner. Not you're invited to Ross's party.
She's absolutely right. If it's understood. If this is the situation, it's understood well in advance. It's like when they have those BYOB parties and stuff. We might have some mixers and they bring some ice and whatever, but you're bringing the expensive stuff. And if you want to drink whatever it is, you bring it yourself and boom, boom, boom. And we got glasses. That's about it. Cups. But at a restaurant like this, well in advance, bring your wallet, dude.
Yeah, but please, and if you know Wiggy's there, the whale is in the building. So they knew what the hell they were doing. Oedipus at that time was huge in radio. Yeah. Like, he was the guy who was getting together the market when it came to affiliates and such like that. He was huge. And like they mentioned, you throw that on a company card. Like, it's a business.
It's a write-off.
Right, definitely a write-off. So, for that. And to be fair, Wiggy could do the same thing as well. Remember, he has, he has, Howard Stern Productions. He could have done the same as well.
Yep. And loads of people do it. Like, more people than I realize do it quite often. And I don't, that's fine. But, in a situation like this, I mean, if anyway, we'll wait and hear what Ross has to say, but let's keep going.
Melissa his girlfriend threw the party for him. And
But that's what
she
I-
had us pay.
But I'm saying, if you were having the idea that people are going to come and pay for this party, you have to somehow let them know.
Right.
Like you say, we're taking Ross to dinner. Would you like to come? We'll all chip
Yeah.
in and pay.
Fine.
That's fine. But if you say, I'm throwing a party, that doesn't mean show up with a credit card.
Yeah. I didn't want to be a schnorrer, so I just paid. And I left a huge tip because I knew no one else was leaving a tip.
Well, here's what's really weird. There was probably 18 people there. Now, Ross has treated me to a bunch of stuff. I wasn't expecting to pay, but I wouldn't complain on that issue because he's treated me a million times.
But don't have a birthday party and have people pay. It's tacky.
Somehow the bill was divided by 6 couples.
Yeah.
But there were like 9 couples there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all the record company guys at the end of the table, they didn't throw in the credit card.
So
and they're the ones who expense account all this crap.
All I know is, like, I got home that night. I woke up, because Mary kept going, there was cash flying around. Somebody said, just leave it as a tip.
Oh, Ralph goes, Oedipus went, he hands me like $400 in cash. And I go, what is this? What am I going to do with this? I can't take money from Oedipus. Now I'm paying.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's your party. Somehow you're handling.
Now all of a sudden I'm handing the finances. I go, Oedipus, I don't want your money. Meanwhile,
what is Ross doing while all this goes on?
Oh, he's like, I should pay. I should pay. He's making the move to get the credit card and stuff.
See, my headache was I woke up.
And what does Melissa do? Because
she ignores. She's out the door.
What a bunch of assholes.
Oh, you have no idea how annoying, and it enrages me when people see the bill go on. It goes on the table, and they're just like ignoring it, like if it's just like they're acting like if it's a black plague or some shit that they're trying to like move away from. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, and that's why most of the times I cover it, and then I just remind myself later on down the line, I'm never hanging out with this person again. Like, I'm just not doing this again.
Well, it's Ross not doing anything to eliminate any stereotypes here by doing this shit like this. I read somewhere.
If you catch my drift.
I read somewhere, and it's certainly not true because I know lots of fucking cheap Greeks, cheap Italians, cheap fucking wasps, cheap, you name it,
Of course,
cheap Asians certainly, but and not every Italian is part of the mafia. The Puerto Rican Day Parade is the best parade in the city.
Not every Asian knows martial arts. Like,
there's no such thing as a Jewish American princess. All this shit.
Right.
No, the thing is, I read somewhere, and it would have been like anecdotal, but the person was saying, this was a person claiming to be from Israel, saying there's a cultural, there's something cultural about Jewish people that if you can pay less for something, why not? That kind of thing. But it's also, it's not like we're gonna get one over on the man. It's more like, it's just expected that in Israel, for example, you're gonna haggle like crazy. That kind of thing.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, right.
And it's expected. So, but when you just take it out of the context and you go somewhere else, all of a sudden it doesn't seem cultural. It just seems fucking annoying, right?
Right. Yeah.
Now. And there's lots of cultures like that. In Indonesia, they love when you haggle. They fucking love it because they're expecting they go way high, and you're a stupid foreigner, and then you don't know any different. So, but you got money to burn. You're here on a tourist visa, and we're here the rest of our lives. But when you start like playing with them and with a smile, and go, it's a little bit, I don't know. You start doing that. They appreciate it. They actually get into it with you. But I do it for fun. I don't do it because I'm trying to nickel and dime them to my last thing. So, and I don't know if it's true. So if someone else out there can tell me a little bit more about it historically, and tell me if I got it wrong. But what ends up happening, of course, is the stereotype that, Jews are tight with money, which I can tell you 1,000% is not true because I've seen, loads of anecdotal examples of guys, Israeli Jews, Polish Jews throwing money around like it's going out of style.
Yeah, so. Listen, cheap
is cheap, whatever you're from.
Yeah, exactly, cheap motherfuckers is across the board wherever you at.
Yeah,
I know some cheap motherfuckers who are in my circle, and I still sit there and wonder how the hell they get by because, man, listen, you must be eating beans at home the way you're not spending money.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. That's her move. She doesn't get involved in finances. She leaves.
See, my biggest issue with the evening was when I woke up Sunday morning after I sobered up, I realized, in essence, I had treated Ralph to Nobu.
Yeah, Ralph. I don't even mind. I don't even mind treating Ross. I treated record company guys all the way down at the end of the table. I don't even know.
That you never even spoke to.
I figured out that if the bill would have been split up appropriately and we treated Ross and Melissa, it would have been about $200 a couple.
That's right.
Instead, it was about $340 before tip.
Yeah. Wow. Ralph reached in.
That's not right. And so what exactly, why was that? Why wasn't it written off as a business expense?
They don't go into it. Apparently that wasn't mentioned. But yeah, that's ridiculous. But it also kind of tells you how
that's the kind of people you're dealing with.
Yeah, how the people you're dealing with, but also like the what people think about you and how they look at you. They're like, I'm not fucking paying for this douchebag's birthday. Fuck him. Like, that's, and then you see how everybody else has to pick up the slack for it.
Well, there's one guy I remember, okay, like there's three of us in the cab and we're going to split it three ways. And in the end, it cost about, I don't know, $28.50 or something like that. And of course, you're going to leave a bit of a tip. This guy started counting his change. One of the guys. I'm not like that. I was like, yeah, here's a 10. Give me a 10. Everybody put in a 10 and give it to the fucking cabbie. Okay. And he's not, there was no luggage. He didn't have to, get out of the truck, get stuff out of the trunk. This guy was counting change. I grabbed his fucking wrist and I said, take the fucking tenner out of your pocket. If you only have a 20, I got change. Do not do this ever again. I hate that shit. And he couldn't help it. He's just like that. And I'm like, it's, that extra 150 will not save your life in the long run.
That's the thing. I know people, especially going to the bars and such. And I know that for the bartenders and such, they appreciate the cash for tips and such. Right.
Yes.
And then when you're carrying the two, just fucking put something down. Don't worry about it. I'll cover the fucking rest. Stop.
Yeah.
Like,
what shit. I usually do at the bars, and it's not, I wouldn't say it's my move, but the first drink I go in, I look for the hottest bartender, first of all. It's because, it's the one that's really paying attention to whatever everything wants to be made a lot of attention of. And I get my drink, and then I lay down a tenner.
Right.
I go, put this in the tip jar. And then I go a few more drinks, whatever, nothing, and then I'll put another one down later on, whatever, like $5 or something like that. Always to keep them in mind. I don't do it like a buck every single time. But they get happy right away with the big tip, and then they don't worry about it for the rest of the night, really. But then when you do, they just anyway. But that's part of the culture. Yeah, you will you're going to get a better pour most of the time. You're going to get it faster. You're not get as much ice, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I found it anyway.
And you could tell at a place like Nobu and such, it's like the service that's there, the service that goes on there.
Yeah,
a lot of the people that's working there is like, oh my God, I got to deal with these fucking highfalutin assholes.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have this feeling and belief that these people who serve them are beneath them, so they tip them like shit.
Yeah,
so it's like you're going through all this motions of like throwing cards here and there and not doing. It's just tacky. It is tacky.
Apparently, Charles Barkley is one of the best tippers in the celeb universe.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
he got his cash out. I think he put down $40.
He kills me. Kills me.
Yeah.
Just don't even look toward him. That's good for Ralph. Don't even look at him for money.
Oh, I didn't. Believe me, I didn't.
I told the story to somebody this morning, and somebody goes, "Isn't Ralph ashamed?" I go, "Not even a little."
No.
He feels you should pay for his dinner.
Well, because he's so delightful.
He's such a wonderful companion.
We need him there.
Like, I understood that Oedipus didn't... I understood...
Now I'm handling the finances and the credit cards, and I'm like, how is this relaxing for me? Don't invite me to a birthday party where I got to pay.
Isn't it like a sock in the stomach, though, when you're sitting there and you have nothing to do with how much food is coming out to the table, how much...
That's the other question I have. Why the fuck is Ralph at that table? What does he have to do with Ross?
He was Wiggy's date.
yeah, that has to be it, right? Like, we know that he comes with the dinner,
right? And mind you, and this guy was he was invited to Ross's wedding as well, but couldn't make it because he had to go to the West Coast. He was Simon. this is just, and this is what I'm saying. It's just, it's astounding. You could be upset with what an asshole he is, but you gotta be in awe of how he was able to maneuver and make his way through that kind of celebrity. It's astonishing. They should do research on it.
Well, for as long as he did, like before, like the gig was never up until COVID, basically.
Right, Stamos,
Sam Simon.
I mean, like he was able to interweave himself in all these people's lives.
Yeah.
I remember there was that I just recently heard the night where Ralph and Stamos left Stuttering John behind with Carrot Top. that you want to talk about the mixing of celebrity? That's ridiculous. But they had asked, Wiggy had asked Stamos, he says, how do you become friends with Ralph? He goes, I don't know. He hangs out with you. I think that means he's cool. So what's the point? I'm like, really? Wiggy's the barometer of cool?
Did you buy that from Stamos, or did you get a sense of like, okay, this guy, he sucks dick too, so.
Yeah, that was looming. That was up in the air.
Big time.
Drinks are being served, and then all of a sudden somebody says, well, where's your money? It's like, wait a minute.
Especially at somebody's birthday party, and he's inviting all his business associates. These are guys I don't even know. I don't know Yogi and...
Well, Yogi's the only one there that isn't in the business, but everyone else, one guy...
one guy walks in, this guy, he's the president of a record company, and I'm like, well, why am I paying? And he's not even reaching into his goddamn pocket.
He doesn't move. He doesn't make the move to reach into his pocket.
Mr. President of the record company.
I hope this doesn't happen at Ross's Chicago party, because I think I'm invited to that.
Yeah, right, yeah. That's the big...
Oh, that's the other thing, and they're going to mention, I think, he has 2 fucking parties, one on either coast.
They mentioned, he had the LA party, and he had
what is it, his 40th or something?
Most likely, but even still, once again, obnoxious as well. I get it. You're he's a mover. He's going from, coast to coast, and he gets all that. But you're leaving that fucking that option for people to pay for your shit. And like they're gonna say later on, not if it's gonna be that way, then let me know that's what we're doing. Give me a heads up. Even his girlfriend, his fiance at the time should have said it early on.
Yeah. Well, I would have been, pick a place. It's going to be in the West Coast or East Coast, but we're having 1, not 2.
Right.
You're not fucking George Burns aiming to do your 100th birthday celebration in fucking Honolulu and London, and then also in fucking California or whatever, because the different time zones and all that shit. He was planning to before he passed away, but he wasn't able to do it. But he was going to celebrate his 100th birthday at 3 different gigs and get paid a fuckload of money for it.
Yeah, and like you said, you're not fucking George Burns. That's what you call a milestone and a fucking half that you celebrate.
Big time.
40, please.
Oh yeah,
that's the big one.
I wonder how it went on the West Coast.
You're right. I do wonder how it went on the West Coast.
But Melissa's calling people all week, and we got to go here. We're going here. Here's where the party is. Well, I mean, I thought it was a little weird.
I did too. My wife said, what's tonight all about? Should I bring some money? And I said, no, I think we'll split the bill, but we always have a credit card if we need it. Right. In case you never know.
Yeah. Well, especially me and you, we those record company dudes,
They should be treating us.
They're supposed to be, I don't know how this happened.
Yeah, you're paying for record company dudes and program directors.
Yeah.
I don't have it in for him, but all day yesterday I just kept thinking I treated Ralph to no book.
Yeah, Ralph, I don't mind. I treated the president of several record companies that I never even met.
Yeah, forget Ralph. Ralph hasn't paid for a meal at Nobu ever.
And Mr. Rock and Roll doesn't know the presidents of these record companies. I love that. Well, there's that. Okay, first of all, the credit card thing makes me kind of laugh with Bowie. I never go out with at least a C note in my pocket, cash, in addition to credit cards and stuff, because sometimes the credit cards don't fucking work. I'd never leave with just a bunch of plastic.
Right. And I've even instructed my daughter the same thing. Always have some kind of cash on you, something, you never know what can happen. Yep. And, it's just, it's, maybe it's a level of, of money, finance, what status that you've gotten right now, that it becomes like that. But if you've come from where we've come from, there's always that mentality that you have to have something like that on you.
Oh yeah, when I was at school, I'd always have like at least a stash of a 20 somewhere, like $20 somewhere. Especially once I was working, that I'd have it hidden in my, like in high school, I'd have it in a pencil case, or I'd have it in the speaker compartment in my backpack. That I'd always remember. If all else fails, I got that in there somewhere. If I lose my wallet or something like that, because you never fucking know when you're going to need something sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I wish I could go to Nobu and eat for $40.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
That was the whole idea. We were invited to a birthday party there.
How will he know how much it costs to eat at Nobu?
Yeah. He goes, well, I'll help with the tip. And he was throwing 20s in each little.
But in the meantime, we've paid for dinner.
I'll give you a tip. Bring more plastic, asshole. Shithead.
The only person making out is the waitress.
Why is he only paying for tip?
Yeah. $40 at Nobu. You can't get away with that at Wendy's.
Yeah, it costs that to cross the door, son.
And Oedipus is handing me cash. He goes, here.
Yeah, why is it? See, all roads lead to you.
Yeah.
Like, why doesn't he spread it around?
Party.
Just go in and pay. Or leave the $400 as a tip for the waitress.
But you must have taken charge in some way.
No.
No? You didn't say anything? You just threw your card on the table?
I suggested to everyone that they leave a nice tip.
Yeah, all I know is
you took charge.
I said, I hope people are leaving. Yeah, exactly. I said, I hope people are leaving a nice tip. And then Oedipus, oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I missed that. See, my wife said to me...
He goes, next time I'll get dinner. I go, I'm not going to dinner with him again.
When's that ever going to happen?
2012.
Yeah. Well, I just thought the whole thing was strange.
Did you say anything to...
No. I say it here on the radio, where I can really hurt people's feelings.
Because you're fucking duplicitous as fuck. The truth is, I think most people would suffer the bad juju from that kind of engagement and then just never go again. Certainly, that's been my case in my life. Whenever somebody tried to shaft party goers in something that kind of situation, that person didn't keep a lot of friends.
Yeah, I mean, it made me think about not too long ago. I threw an event, and I took the bump for it because I should have known ahead of time. But when I threw the event, everybody was supposed to be informed, like, hey, whatever you're buying, whatever you're purchasing, it's on your tab. That's on you.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, I got this bill, and I was like, what the hell is this? And it's like, yeah, this person did this, and I was like, all right, I'll pay this tab, I'll pay the bill, whatever the case may be. But going forward, I'm gonna let the establishment know. Listen, if they don't got a wristband like this, or you don't hear it from me directly, don't have anybody add on my tab. That was just a lesson learned.
Is that Seabass?
Hey, how you doing?
I love that scene. And then what's his name? Jeff Daniels grabs a bunch of Slim Jims. These are on the bill too. I love that.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Baba Booey had the same thing because Beth came over and goes, what was that all about?
See, my wife said to me, my God, I never saw a menu. We ordered all this food and everything, but
hey, it's Ross's party.
But I swear to God, it was $400 for my wife to have 3 pieces of California roll.
Yeah.
But I eat like a...
That's the kind of shit that I can't stand, and I make sure I don't. I never get caught like that kind of shit. I will put in what we fucking ate, and maybe I'll see what if it's a situation where it's got to be divvied up, I'll definitely see I want to know what the guest of honor had, and I'll split in. Right. I'll put in for that, but the amount that would be divided, I'm not going to account for 6 other deadbeats that didn't bring their fucking wallet.
Yeah, that's initially what. And usually, like I said, if I'm inviting somebody to come hang out with me and stuff, because we've said it,
Yep.
I'm paying for the company for the time.
Yep.
So that's cool. But if you're one of those that just you never them arms are too short to reach in them pockets. Yeah. No, we're not doing that.
Hey, you threw a great party. So did I. It was weird. Hey, Bob, you're on the air.
How you doing?
Hey, man.
Same thing happened to me. I go to this party. My wife's friend's husband invites us to the party. and we're sitting, and we're eating, and we're drinking and everything. The bill comes at the end. It's sitting right on the table, and some guy at the table says, let's split it. So the host doesn't move. Yeah. The guy says, Bob, you take care of the bill. So there I am trying to divide the bill into like 5 people.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah, who wants to do that?
Yeah, especially with 16 people. How do you do that?
We got her a great gift.
Yeah. Let's invite Ross to... You know what we got to do? Let's invite Ross to something next weekend and have him pay.
And order whatever you want. You know, don't let him see a menu.
No.
Just have the food just start coming. The bottles just start coming.
You had to see what was flowing at this party. I went, boy, this guy's... You know what? He's doing it right.
My friend?
I was like, he's doing it right.
Yeah, he sure was.
Can I invite my friend to the party?
See, the funny thing was, I've been with Ross when he's been on the other end of that.
Yeah.
We went out to like a smaller market, and he had to take a program director and a music director out to dinner.
Well, what am I? I'm in the radio business.
And the guy ordered a bottle of wine, and then the guy said to Ross, hey, do you mind if I get another bottle? So then the guy ordered another bottle, and then we walked out of there. Ross was livid.
But if you're doing that, it means it should be a company expense, like an expense trip. So maybe there's a certain amount you're allowed, and that's what Ross was pissed over. The guy went over the amount.
Right. And I remember one time Tom Chinisano talked about that guys become hosses, that they just automatically know what it is, and then all of a sudden, they start looking at the French part of the wine list.
The bottles with a lot of dust. Yeah. Bring those up, Which actually, after years of drinking wine here and there, people think, oh, the older, the better. It's not always true. And actually, they have a shelf life, wines. There's a time when you should drink them by. They're not like old whiskey, and whiskey doesn't change one bit if you aged it 50 years or 20,000 years. Once it's in it's the age it is once you put it in, no matter what, until you open the bottle. But with the wines, I used to think that if you keep it for longer, it'll be better, and you keep it preserved or whatever. No, they generally should be. It's dead. It's been dead for a long time. Just drink it.
Well, I remember there was a story that was saying that these this couple were like these big wine connoisseurs and such, and they had ordered one of them like this high-end wine and such, but at the same time they ordered some $10, $15 rinky-dink shit, but didn't know which was which. And when they opened it up, and they tasted one of them, and they were like, "This is the greatest wine I've ever had." And they find out it was the $10 shit.
$10 shit. Yeah, my favorite bottle is this Mazzi Valpolicella. Generally, it's never steered me wrong. It's never steered me wrong. And it's back when I was drinking wine regularly, it was probably like $20 a bottle. Nothing super expensive.
Right.
Yeah. If you're going for the from the vineyards of Ernest and Giulio Drano. I love that line from the movie Pirates.
We were in a very small town.
Right.
And the guy ordered a $250 bottle of wine twice.
Right.
And then Ross got stuck with the bill.
Right.
J. Ross, I'd love another little bit of the grape.
That's exactly what it was.
If you don't mind, Ross, is it okay?
But I'm telling you, I didn't think you could find a $250 bottle of wine in this town.
Yeah, right.
And he found 2 of them.
Yeah.
I think another bottle of wine will make me play Papa Roach a little more around here.
What kills me...
Thank God I already brought the funny a little bit. Well, and that's also definitely a thing. Payola might have taken the form of, expense account dinners too, like taking producers, engineers, presidents out for whatever if they wanted to. But that usually it's the producers trying to get the radio station to do a favor for them. They pay, if they want to get a record played, that kind of shit.
Yeah, definitely. And it always starts with the handshake and the meal.
Yep. Big time. And the vial of Coke to the waiter.
And had that bottle shipped in.
I mean, what kills me is that 5 record companies, his business people are there, and we paid for them. They didn't even go into their wallets.
I can't believe he just let it happen.
Oh yeah, no, he made the movie. He took all the credit cards and pushed them aside, and he goes, "No, I'm not letting you guys pay for this."
Then how did you wind up paying?
Like what he should have done was grab it and go right up to the thing, and then he goes, yeah. No. And I'm like, I don't know. Here's my credit card. If I'm paying, I'm paying. I don't care.
Yes, you do.
But he should
That's
never
why
even
you're
go
just
to the
like-
table.
No, you're only talking about 20 minutes now, but no, but I mean, I know he's saying like if I knew in advance, it wouldn't be a problem. It's when when it gets sprung on me. So don't misconstrue me, folks.
It's a nasty, messy situation, and it shouldn't have happened.
He wanted us to pay.
Yeah. Otherwise, it wouldn't. Nobody had made arrangements to pay.
No. How come Melissa didn't
There
make
would have
them?
been no bill at the table.
Yeah. Some birthday party. Thanks for inviting me. What party do I get to go to next where I pay?
You know, Stuttering John always throws parties like that.
Yeah.
And I always tell him, I'm not going to a party where I have to pay. Then it's not a party.
I'm having a no party edict. I think I know what you're up to now. You're going bankrupt from everyone's birthday.
That's right.
You know, it's funny, last year...
No, like you threw me a birthday party and said, hey, I want to invite your friends and throw you a birthday party, which was, you know, I was like, wow.
Drink.
This was he called me up and said, come to my birthday party, and he has all his business people there, and he orders tons of food and drinks, and I'm paying for it.
They threw out a plate of sushi the size of, you know, the table.
Yeah, the whole I mean, every round of food, there was like 30 plates, like just sitting there. Thank God I ate.
Yeah, I got to say, I ate my money's
You
worth.
tried.
At that point, if you know, like the only reason you do that is because you know you're getting fucked for the bill anyway.
Yeah, knowing Bowie, he loved his shrimp, so he he was downing his shrimp that night.
Six at a clip, just like the Fred Flintstone getting that big, that T-bone, whatever that flips the car,
and just pulls out
the bone. There's a certain aspect of that like, Christ almighty. First of all, if you're going out with Ross, I think you're already off on the wrong foot.
That's one. That's definitely one. That's a hiccup.
But the other thing is, like, you talked about, being at a place where everybody can order something. I looked at a menu of Nobu in the last 2 years, just a random New York City Nobu, and they did have some options for, land, turf, not the surf options, but it's still super expensive. And I'm thinking to myself, like, putting it together. Make sure you've got like enough food for people to pick up, but you're not really going to eat necessarily, even if it is a restaurant. You're going for the company, for the drinks, and people like pick at stuff. It shouldn't be, everybody get a lobster.
Yeah, it just seems as though that it's a look at me kind of thing, and then when the time comes to have to sit there and really think about and be considerate to others. It's like all last minute. It's like, oh no, it's not. That's what. No, it's just if you're doing this, you got to make sure that everybody is going to be involved, and then they don't have to deal with the silly intricacies of having to come out your pocket or know what they're gonna eat or what not eat. It's ridiculous.
But also, Howard's right with this. On this, I have to agree with him. If you're gonna make a big show of no, I'm paying for it. Yeah, you do pay for it. You do leave those fucking cards alone. Right. And you go deal with it. You eat that cost. On the other hand. Clearly it shows that Ross was like, I'm a big shot. I want people paying for this because it's my birthday. And automatically on that basis alone, I'd never have anything to do with him again. Bowie's just one of those, but Bowie needs those fucking Springsteen promo tickets. So this is an investment. He knows if he wants to keep getting these fucking Springsteen tickets, then, I got to make nice with Ross.
And it's more transactional than anything else. It's not a real fucking friendship.
No, God, no.
You tried as hard as you could.
Yeah, you and I were shoveling it in pretty good.
There's certain dishes that I can't stomp on.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, you were feeding a cold.
I was.
I was feeding my belly.
Get in my belly, you fish.
Get in my belly.
Well, you might as well. I'm glad you had a good time because it certainly cost
you. Want to know something? I didn't have that good a time.
No.
I was tired.
Well, the food was good.
Came back, the dog had peed all over the floor.
Yeah, did you go out afterwards?
Yeah. Well, we were gone about 6 hours. I guess
that dog would be in a dumpster in my house. Fucking hell. Oh, man. If it's one thing, it's a puppy and you're puppy training. I get all that. Like, believe me, guys, I love animals, too. If I wasn't allergic to them, I'd have 16 of them. I'd have, a bunch of one-eyed dogs in my house, too. But that fucking bulldog was, if I'm not mistaken, it is Bianca. that they're talking about.
It's Bianca, and
and she was bred, like she was trained. They didn't do any training.
Yeah, they were old already. She was already older.
Bet you $10. It was just I hate these assholes. I'm peeing anyway.
You get a 5-hour limit. The dog can't seem to hold her urine more than 5 hours. She doesn't go the whole. Last night she woke us up at 1 o'clock in the morning to go pee.
Really?
And we took her out at 8.
When she pees because she can't hold it anymore, does she have a special place or it's just wherever she pees?
She goes where she's got to go, dude.
It hits her and she just goes.
She goes.
She hasn't done the bed yet, has she?
No.
But she'll do the carpet?
Carpet once, tile mostly.
Because the carpet's bad.
My house is mostly tile. It's all bad. You don't want any of that.
But you know the deal, it's almost impossible to get the smell out of the carpet.
No, you can. We have this steamer. It's a water steamer. It takes it right up. Thank God for this invention. Thank God. Because I'd have a nerve. I throw the dog out the window.
Right. Dog be sailing across.
You'd see a flying bulldog right out the window. But,
underdog.
Fred, how do you get them to sleep through the night?
Usually it's
takes a while.
Every month that they're alive, they're supposed to be able to hold it that amount of time. So if she's 9, is it 9 months?
10 months.
She should be able to go through the night.
Yeah, you could probably skip through that.
Oh, this part, the dog stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we just go further ahead?
I can't wait till you're seeing a urethra fix and everything. He's going to be crushed.
Let's hear his side.
Why?
Yeah, you wrote a present.
I got him an amazing present. I got him a gift certificate to a restaurant that he's always wanted to go.
Okay, so we should start playing a little of this.
Okay,
another
500 for dinner.
Constantly taking him to restaurants.
Because that's exactly what he was waiting for. He was waiting for him to see what he is. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to hear what this fucking Malacus. Jesus. Hold on.
Because it's going to be, I didn't know.
Okay, hold on. Maybe 2010. Okay, how about here?
From the times I've been around that dog, I'm surprised it gets up the energy to urinate.
Maybe just after
Mike,
this.
you're on the air.
Yo, Howard, why don't you get this slug Ross on the phone?
We should get Ross on the phone.
Yeah, I would like to speak to him.
He's going to be crushed.
Let's hear his side.
Why is he going to be crushed?
Because he's going to be, I didn't know.
He doesn't know. He knows. He knows the whole deal.
I'll call him.
Howard, did you have to bring a present, too?
Yeah, you wrote a present.
I got him an amazing present. Just out of curiosity, if you don't, what did that run?
The 250.
He has to mention it.
There's no way he could have been like, I don't want to say, but no, he has to. He has to go for it.
Okay, now this day and age, and I've had to do it a couple times to find some vintage, information on vintage timepieces that I was looking at, and to see exactly if I was correct and where they were, in the production year. But Google search, like the image search,
right?
Using the AI function to find out exactly what something is. If you don't know the name of it, it's a great tool. Like it really is. Like you see, it could be a corporate logo, and you don't know what it is, but you want to look it up.
Yeah.
Boom, that's great function. I mean, you have such little information, or a lyric or something like that. The internet's good for that stuff. These days, you can find the value of things that get picked up. For certain. That's another thing that's good for. How much should I be paying for something if I see it at an auction, or if I see it, whatever, at a flea market or whatever the fuck, then you know what something should cost. But you don't have to mention it on the fucking air. Oh, that's brutal. Jesus.
That's a nice present.
Yeah. I got him a gift certificate to a restaurant that he's always wanted to go.
Okay.
I mean, the 250, the 500 for dinner.
You're constantly taking him to
His
restaurants.
birthday cost me $1,000, and I don't get it.
Doesn't he listen to the show? Doesn't he know what goes on? I mean, you guys
I don't know.
talk about it.
It's really weird. Ross, for a living, has to take record and radio people out on his expense account. But for some reason, when it comes to me, invites me to a party with all his record company guys, I never get treated.
But wait a minute. Don't you take him out? You and he go out a lot. Do you always wind up paying?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
But that's okay. If we agree to go out to dinner, one of us gets the check. Sometimes he does, sometimes I do.
So you do switch off.
We switch off.
All right. That's
one thing. But don't invite me to your birthday party. And Baba Booey's paying, I'm paying.
You guys should have just got up at the end, and everybody should have said, thanks a lot, and walked out.
You're not kidding.
Baba Booey makes a good point. A lot of times, if you're invited to a party, you don't make arrangements to have enough money on you to cover any eventuality.
Yeah.
And you could catch some people up short that way. That would be horrible. I think you did.
It was so weird.
That would have been probably the best thing to do if you would have known ahead of time how much of a fucking prick this guy was going to be with this shit.
Oh, yeah, stick him with it.
All right, guys. Gotta go. Got something to do in the morning.
Traffic's a bitch.
Yeah, I got that early morning grind. You know what I mean? It's the weekend. Yeah, the weekend could be crazy too.
Yeah, that's right. You never know, man. Fuck it. I could be in that limo for hours.
Like, I wasn't going to go, I'm not banned. I mean, I just did it. But it was just weird that all these record company dudes didn't even throw in their credit cards.
Well, they're used to it.
It's what they do for a living.
They say, for this one time, we're not paying.
Oedipus, the program director of WBCN, is sitting there. They can write that right off.
Yeah.
What happened? You get him?
John's making a couple of calls.
Good. This should be interesting.
Maybe he got out of town.
Okay, now let me just scroll ahead to see where he starts coming in.
So that, he...
Don't invite me.
Just at a table at a convenience. Yeah. Hey, curb your enthusiasm.
King of that move.
Hey, Gilbert's good at it.
He took a friend of mine out on a date for coffee.
Hold on. Gilbert mentioned. Hold on.
He's good at it.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That aside.
They curb your enthusiasm about that, where a guy always disappeared from the table and the check comes.
Somehow gone.
A lot of people got to go to the bathroom.
Right.
Gilbert Godfrey's the king of that move.
Hey, Gilbert's good at it.
He took a friend of mine out on a date for coffee, and the bill was $6. And he went to the bathroom, and she was so uncomfortable, she finally paid it. And as soon as she paid the bill, Gilbert came out of the bathroom.
No, okay. There's nothing about his ethnicity. He was just an expert cheapskate.
And just anything that he can get for free,
yes.
I mean, I know many of you guys have seen the documentary. It is one of my favorite documentaries of all time.
Dude, on Patreon, they were giving away, if you stayed on there, if you paid them for 4 months worth of subscription fees, they sent you a gift, which the gift was a random piece of some of the hotel swag he took with him from when he was on the road. I would have cherished a Holiday Inn soap from Gilbert forever.
Oh, right. Oh, please. If he was able to, I mean, God, the robes that he walked around with from the toothpaste and everything. He was just solely stocked up. I mean, God, it's the mensch that he was. It's hilarious.
Well, the thing is, if he wasn't as funny as he was, I don't think he would have been able to get away with that with people. People loved him regardless of that, but that is also something that they would have fucking been annoyed with too.
Right. It's funny because Mick Foley, I always find a way to tie it to wrestling, right? Mick Foley's known to be the same way as well. That he knows how to squeeze a penny until the pimple pops on Lincoln's face.
Really?
Yes, he's he'll find the cheapest accommodations to stay if he's doing a convention and stuff. He'll stay in the same clothes. He'll just wash it every night.
Yeah.
And he monitors the gas gauge to the button, so when he could refill again, he knows exactly when and where it's remarkable. This is why he recently had said that he's departing ways with WWE because of their connection in politics and such.
Yeah.
And he can walk away from a Legends deal that he has, and he can because he's got money. He's got a lot of money still.
What's when you say Legends deal? Does that mean like appearances or he gets paid for? Is it like
likenesses?
Okay.
Like for instance, their new game is coming out.
I was going to say like if he appears in their product, yeah.
Right. Merchandise and such, he gets a cut of it as well. But he's by the end of the summer, it's expired, and he's like, I'm not going to renew it, and he can do it because he's.
I'd say he's comfortable enough. He never struck me as a person that blew it on drugs and drinking on the road.
No, he wasn't like that. I don't even think he'd even abused drugs or alcohol. He wasn't even like that.
All right, he just left before he had to pay the hotel every time. Hey man, those Howard Johnson nights they rack up. The one that made me laugh hysterically was Richard and Sal roomed with a guest, they roomed with an audience member, like in some city, rather than go to a hotel and save money. Like they stayed with a fan.
Oh yeah,
and he was like, "Guys, you cannot be serious." And they're like, we had, to make the real as much money as possible. We felt we could do this. I couldn't do that in a million years.
Oh no, it's just I'm listening to something recently, and a certain person roomed with the comedy club owner. Like he stayed in his house, and it's like how could you even pull that off? Like, that's so God, no.
Awful.
Watching.
I swear he did.
Stakeout.
The cheap bastard.
I didn't see the bill come.
He's not answering anything.
What about his home phone?
We tried his home a few times. It's just he's not picking up.
What about his cell?
Okay.
It's off. Dude.
Too bad.
It goes straight to voice.
He's got to be listening then, right?
No, well, actually, I heard his alarm goes off at 6 in the morning because Melissa told me, and every radio is tuned to us.
Well, then where is he?
Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead. Let's see.
He knows we're trying.
Someone's buying him.
Randy Johnson does more.
What's he?
Terrible picture.
4 or 5 times.
Yeah. Well, he might
got like a mustache now. It seems like everybody in the record, those records, he's an old friend.
All I know is
Hey, Howard, invited to a friend's party. No, that's not a problem. Lincoln Town car cost me more.
he invite you to a birthday.
It's a deep pocket disease when
I never get out of it.
money, and you have this expectation.
Listening to that. Long weekend.
That's
we were
right.
bad mouthing you this morning. Doing sleeping all day?
Oh, wonderful.
Guess he finally woke up.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What are you doing? Sleeping all day?
No, Monday's a busy day for me. I was sleeping when they did call. It's a long weekend.
We were bad mouthing you this morning.
So John was saying, so fill me in so I can defend myself.
Well, both Gary and I had the same thought. You invite us to your birthday party at No Boo.
It wasn't a birthday party.
Sure was.
I think he's doing your joke.
What's the joke?
Remember, like, I didn't get invited because it wasn't a birthday party. It was a birthday party, right?
It was a dinner.
Anyway, it was a birthday party.
Yes, it was. It was a birthday dinner.
And his girlfriend calls him and says, would you come to a birthday party at Nobu? So we all went. I'd say there were it was me, my girlfriend, Gary and his wife, Ross and his girlfriend, Oedipus, who's the program director of our radio station up in Boston, WBCN.
Ralph,
and then I'd say half the rest of all the people were all of Ross's business associates.
No, they were my friends.
Friends, but guys in the record business.
Oh, yeah, but some of them were, but they're...
So at the end of the night, everyone was shocked. It was like Ross ordered up a storm. I mean, tons of food, full. I mean, it was a gorgeous party.
Uh-huh.
And then the bill comes, which it never should have come. And then...
By the way, have you ever called a party gorgeous?
Unless I was like the Grand Prospect Hall, or I was like in some kind of shrine for galas or something like that, and gorgeous.
Fucking hell.
We all paid for it.
Hold on. Gary, you were sitting there.
Yeah.
I felt bad, and I put everybody throwing their cards. I said, no. I'm picking it up. And I put my card down. And you guys said, no. It's your birthday. You shouldn't have to do that. I threw everybody's card out of the bill holder, and I put my card in, and you guys started yelling at me.
Dude,
So I'm like, fine.
the best way to... once that happens...
I was going to get up and say, do not put the bill at the table.
Yeah, that's what you do.
I was 100 sakis in.
That's what you do. But why don't your girlfriend take care of it? But she's conveniently running around the restaurant when the bill comes.
Ross, how did they know what to bring out?
Because Ross...
I ordered the food. I usually, I never do that.
So you could have said at that time what to do with the bill.
Dude, meanwhile, most of these people, me and Oedipus alone, where was the record company expense account? He's taken out all these people from record companies.
Hold on a second.
I got an idea of this image of Ross as Sesame Street character. Instead of Cookie Monster, it's like Sushi Monster, and he orders all this shit, just jams in his mouth. The cookies never really go in.
Sushi.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just it's astounding for an individual to know it ahead of time that this was going to happen. It'd be like, okay, now people are going to would actually sit there and start minimizing the abuse of what they can do at this fucking table, because for me, it wouldn't have been eating. It'd have been more like, just bring me drinks, and I'd have been having the tally of the fucking drinks and it's annoying. When you walk in the place, he says, hey, this is for the party, hold this card, we're good. That's it. But it's just he's very unaware, either that or he's just that arrogant about things.
I think okay, okay. We'll listen a little more, and then I'll make a judgment after he's finished fucking bellowing.
Hold on a second.
And by the way, guess who ended up paying for most of it? Me.
Right.
You don't even know what was going on. You're so drunk.
I told Howard that I figured out that Howard and I treated Ross and Oedipus to dinner.
Not only did we treat Ross and Oedipus, we treated Ralph. We treated all those guys at the end of the table. We don't even know.
I meant Ralph and Oedipus.
First off, I invited everybody out afterwards, and we went to this club.
I'm glad I didn't go. I would have had to pay for that, too.
That's right.
First off, it cost me $1,200 to buy the bottles at the club afterwards. So,
Dude, I didn't tell you to have a birthday.
That has nothing to do with the dinner.
What the hell does that have to do with anything, dude? That's
okay. See, so all right, I'm telling you right now, Ross he's fucked. Like you're not going to get away. He's not going to get away with this one. I'm saying like he's not explaining this one good at all.
Yeah, at all. No.
Sorry, good.
Birthday party. You invited me to a birthday party. You invite me. Gary and I had the same thought. We looked at each other this morning and go, how weird was that like at the end of the night, and then, Ross did the thing, oh, no, let me get it.
You know what?
The bill never should have come to the table.
I think I'm a very generous person. I felt bad that everybody threw their cards in. There have been plenty of birthdays and plenty of other
Guess what, by the way?
I'm more than happy to pick things up, and I'm sorry. I'll send everybody a refund, or next year it's a Mickey D's, and I can pick it up.
Fuck off, dude. Like that's insulting. Now you're saying like, oh, I'll next time I'll do it somewhere where I can pay for it. That doesn't help them now. It doesn't help them at the fucking dinner. You're a cheap shit. Or you're very bad at planning that stuff. I would tell him to go fuck himself. Something like that.
I tell you, I'm certified in this way of training others in a form of behavioral health, right? And
yeah.
One thing that I'm listening to as well, because now that I'm like fully engaged with the doing the training and understanding the behavior and such, I'm just hearing what is called microaggressions, which is just basically backhanded fucking compliments.
Oh yeah,
or backhand, and then the layer of sarcasm here, because you cannot absorb the fact like, dude, you fucked up. Don't give me your fucking history of what you did for others. It's not very humbling, sir.
No, it's not, and it's a bad look. Like basically, you're saying it's my. What he should say is my bad. Exactly. I'll take you guys out for something, whatever, next week, and he probably would. Like I give like if they say he pays for dinners and lunches, I'll give him that. But the way he's explaining this is not an explanation. This is just sidestepping.
I honestly, and I'm talking about me, as long as I've been employed and doing the hanging out that I do with my friends and family and such like that.
Yeah,
there's never been a time that I've actually had to come out my face and say, well, you know what I did for you guys? It's just one of those
tacky.
A friend of mine, we've known each other almost, maybe 40 years or 35, 40 years. Yeah. And anytime we meet up at least like once a month. And like you said, it's always one-on-one. And sometimes, he'll even get the one up on me because he's like, don't worry about it. I got it. It's already paid for. Just enjoy the rest of your night. Mm-hmm. And so if with us, it's almost like a race to get there first, so I can do it or he can do it first. And that's what you call like family, friends. That's what you do. Not this transactional shit. Well, I got it last time. You get it. That's so fucking stupid.
No, but in your head, it's not. I mean, I know, guys. I make it sound like we're human abacuses and we're supposed to go like beep 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 227 34. But because I will say that what you have it in your head. In Beth's hands, they're all like Fruit Loops, or going across. In your head, you just have this mental calculator of, he took care of me the last, twice. So the next time we go, I'm getting him something that comes to that, at least comes close to the price of both of those things. So I feel comfortable. Like I feel like I got him back, that kind of thing.
And even things with him, because he's my good friend, my brother. He makes clothing, so I'm always buying clothing off of him. And he tried to give me the homie hookup, and I'm like, no, right. And even with that, just so I could have that on him, I'll be like, hey, here's an extra 10 on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just because that's what you do. It's the support and the love that you have. You don't have this back and forth of, I'm next time. No, Ross is just, he's wrong here. He's just so wrong.
Yeah.
Put me down for 500.
Wait a minute, didn't you buy him a gift too?
Yeah.
Because you thought you were just going to.
I thought he was having us to a dinner party.
Okay. I'm sorry.
And then he orders up a storm. There was so much leftover food. And poor Mary Delabate doesn't eat sushi. She didn't have anything to eat the whole night.
You know what? That's the other thing.
And guess why? Oh, by the way, Ross, guess why she didn't even order any food? Because she said, this is Ross's party. It's a set menu. I'm not gonna start ordering things. It's wrong.
I sat there when I put the order and I said, does anybody have any special needs? Is anybody a vegetarian?
Howard's special needs, but that's beside the
point. Both he and Beth.
Yeah.
That should have taken.
You should have. But we were paying for it.
They should have gotten menus.
Yeah.
Everybody happy now? I'm very sorry.
Gary, come on, don't leave me
Here's the
hanging.
deal. I got to tell you something. I didn't expect to pay, but my big issue is not about paying because Ross is unbelievably generous to me.
That's right.
My bigger issue is I was surprised that we paid. My bigger issue is that it really should have cost me about $200 and it cost me about $400 because some people at the table didn't pay.
All the big presidents of the record company that were sitting there.
You could decide to pay or not, I guess.
Lucky put in his card, and Mike Porter put in his card.
Yeah, and I think one of the cards got kicked back.
Yeah.
But I know that Ralph didn't pay.
No, but he put some cash in.
Wait, but
he paid some tip.
I'd like to throw $40 in on the tip when all is said and done.
Yeah. Oh, that's Ralph. Yeah.
It helps the waitress. It doesn't help me.
So I'm doing the math, right?
Ralph math.
Yeah, I'm doing the math.
Okay.
So it came up to about $1,800 for everything, right? And only
Right.
5 cards came in. Right? They said only 5 cards went in, and maybe 1 got kicked back.
Right.
So that would average about $360 per person. Right.
All right. Okay.
And they didn't give an exact number of people that were there, but like we mentioned, a long table and a round table, that's a lot of people. Like,
well, no, they said 15, 16 people,
Oh, it was
$1,800. So it would have only really have been like
Wow.
maybe 150 each with the tip.
Probably even less than that. Yeah,
I'd say, yeah. Like
Wow.
if in a situation like that, and that, I don't know what the percentage is equal. Like it's going to be 20% if it's a big cheese table. So
right,
you're gonna probably want to tip 25% or something like that. Place like
it's about 120 per person. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So that means that Howard and Bowie paid for pretty much half of it.
Yeah,
and the rest got divvied up between. I don't know. That means the rest of them paid like $75.
I wonder whose card got kicked back and why.
I like that one. Yeah. Listen, what's this? What's this bill for Rod Stewart Coke?
Excuse me, we don't take diners cards here. We don't take that here.
Yeah, man, remember those Telly Savalas commercials back in the day? Oh man, Jesus.
Hey baby, you out here?
Does that still exist? Diners Club?
Oh no.
Oh man.
No.
It was only good in Atlantic City, wasn't it? Christ almighty.
I don't blame you for that, but it was weird.
Well, you were also mad that you paid for the food that Mary didn't eat and the drinks and everything.
Gary, you could have said to me who it was.
Ross, I was so drunk, I didn't even know. I didn't even know what happened until I got home.
Mary started bitching when they got home.
As did Beth.
Yeah, everyone was.
Happy to take Mary out alone.
No. Yeah,
it's not the money. It's the point. Don't invite a bunch of people to a birthday party and then tell them to pay.
Suppose they left their wallets at home.
I put my card down and you guys started yelling at me.
Dude, I shouldn't even see your card. Dude, I shouldn't see your card. You should have handled it when you walked in.
Why put people in the position?
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I won't have any more birthday parties.
Not only that.
Yeah, what about the West Coast one?
Oh, that's different. Yeah, no, that's different.
Yeah, exactly.
Not only that, he had all business people there. Oedipus is like, you see Oedipus walk in the room, you can write everything off on a record company expense. He's got the president of two guys who were in the record business, I know that.
Right, the one guy that did the Beatles album.
Yeah, we're hearing all about his Beatles album. Does he put his credit card in? No, Mr. Beatles I'm paying for. And I'm a radio guy. I'm supposed to get my ass kissed by Ross.
And I try to do that most of the time.
Nah, come on.
Okay, guys, we'll have to leave it there because if I listen to Ross, he knows he's busted. Like, at least he did apologize finally. He did, but not right away.
Oh man, but Wiggy's really hard. I don't know how many times he brought up that Oedipus name. He's really pissed on that.
He's mega pissed, yeah. And because it's being taken for a ride, I get it. Like I would feel the same way in that situation, but because you feel like you're being used essentially, and then you are. But it's Ralph that gets away scot-free. Like they should be just as pissed off that Ralph came in and freeloaded off them.
Oh man, for part 2 of this, you guys are really gonna seethe. It's gonna be a seething session for you guys once you hear.
Well, this one only goes another 11 or 10 minutes. Is there a secondary segment of this like that continues somewhere else?
There is the part when Ralph does call in. So
okay.
Yeah, he does call in here. Yeah.
All right, we may have to attach another clip to it as well.
Yeah.
This one, guys, we got both dedications. Now we're doing it dual dedications for every so every host gets co-host gets a chance to get one in. What do you want to hear for this one?
Oh, this is great because I immediately came to me and I was like, this is gonna be awesome. I want Drake's Ratchet Happy Birthday.
Okay. Is there a version that I should be looking for specifically, or the original cut?
It's a cool song, but it's to you, Ross. Happy birthday, Ross.
All right, fair enough. I will pick Concrete Blonde's Scene of a Perfect Crime. All right, I'm gonna plug for New York Wrestle Media and Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Thanks again, my brother, for the time, man. Listen, guys, make sure you check us out on New York Wrestle Media on YouTube. Tons of content's been rolling out. Been really hype about the NFL playoffs happening and such. Been doling out some episodes over there, discussing on our show. Are We Talking Sports? Also, of course, wrestling content is there as well. Got History and Headlocks coming out soon. Doing their tribute to John Cena and his career. And always make sure you check us out on all the podcasting outlets as well as all the socials on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook at New York Wrestle Media. And once again, you guys, thanks again, quite frankly, you guys are amazing. Thanks.
Well, who we got left? The Steelers and the Broncos. Who else?
No, it's Patriots and Broncos.
Patriots, Broncos.
Yeah, and Seattle and LA, the Rams are.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. This seems like, depending on who gets to the Super Bowl, I don't know if a lot of people are going to want to watch it. You know, like certain matchups. I mean, if the records are all, you know, I don't know. Is there any underdog left?
Probably on right now. Denver is looking to be the underdog because they just lost their quarterback.
Okay.
Rest of the remainder of the season, it was such a bad luck. He broke his ankle like a play left before they kicked the field goal. So it was like it's ridiculous. But for Super Bowl, everybody's gonna be there for the Bad Bunny halftime, even if you're gonna hate it. That's what they pretty much are gonna. They're gonna be looking through like a Venetian blind. Like, I really don't want to look at this, but so yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Well, thank you so much, brother. It's always great having you on. You chose a great clip, and we're going to continue this one and go a little further in part 2, as yet untitled, guys, but I'll figure something out. It's all dictated by the Photoshop. So thank you so much, and take care, guys. And in your comments, guys, any similar stories about getting stuck with a fucking bill at a birthday, wedding, not wedding, but, expenses you weren't expected to pay somewhere with you're traveling with friends or whatever, you can lay it down in QF in the comments section, and you can be as anonymous as you want, or you can just you don't have to mention if it was your brother-in-law or some shit.
All right.
Take care, guys. We love you.
And goodbye, my sweet loves.
Shit, I'm nervous. Please don't hang up on me. She gets a fat condition for the next 2 years. What do you do?
I leave her. Yeah, I'm out.
No, this is what I was saying. No, don't hang up on my ass. She does the marathon, she go to the doctor and you say you got to get fat for 2 years. Say you like that's some kind of condition where she got to get fat. What does you do?
Yeah.
What does you do?
What does you do?